Hey there, dreamers and doers. Welcome back to another episode of Link with Loveworks. We've got some very special friends with us today on our episode. I won't say the number quite yet because it's quite a celebration, but one of our friends, her name is Rio Brennis, and Rio is 17 years old, and she has a passion like some of you guys probably have out there, and she has a huge passion for animals. She loves animals of all kinds, but she actually gets to specifically work with some really cool exotic animals. And so she does animal care for them. She also takes the animals to different kinds of events to educate the public. And then she also conservation efforts as well. So, Miss Rio, are you there?
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Rio, and today I actually have a couple of my friends to share with you guys. So I'll just get right into it. Our first friend is Crocodile Dundee. He is a dwarf caiman, and he's the smallest species of crocodilian, so he will only get 5 feet. And normal crocodiles, saltwater crocodiles, can get 17 feet. So that makes 5 feet seem really small. And these guys can swim in the water really well. With that tail you see there, they can swim up to 30 miles per hour. Let you guys get a good look at him. He can eat crabs and fish underwater and small rodents on the land. Let me get out our other friend. All right, in this pouch, I have our baby kangaroo. This is Zuri, and she is our 9-month-old kangaroo. She's a red kangaroo, and kangaroos, when they're born, are about the size of a jelly bean. So she has grown a lot, and when they're full grown, they can get up to 6 feet. So she's got a lot more growing to do. And my favorite part about kangaroos is they are marsupials, meaning they have pouches that they keep their babies in. She's not in her mommy's pouch anymore, but she has our little homemade pouch we have for her. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my animals. Here in a little bit, I'll be back to answer some questions.
Oh my gosh, Rio, thanks for showing us those animals. That was beyond cute. Well, everyone, my name is Carolyn.
I'm Lydia.
And I'm Braden, and welcome back to Link with Loveworks. Link with Loveworks on Thursdays is we spend a few minutes giving a Link recap from Monday's special guest and to get inspired by stories of others spreading hope.
So we have a very special question, a part of our roll call today. So as you are putting and commenting your name, your age, where you're from, let us know, what is your favorite animal? Braden, what's your favorite animal?
So if anybody has any social contacted me in the last couple of weeks, I've been obsessing with bees. So I brought it upon myself to start beekeeping the last couple of weeks. And so it's been super fun. Also, I get rid of this super funny suit. So
well, I love the suit. You'll have to, maybe one day you'll wear it. Miss Lydia, what's your favorite animal?
Yes, so I have one exotic one with me right now. This is exotic pug Mary. She is here with me today. It's either a pug or a flamingo.
I love it. Well, Mary is quite the exotic animal.
Yes, she is. And again, thank you for tuning in for guess what? Our 20th episode of Link. Woo! So we're going to jump right into the action and share about our favorite part of our Monday Link interview with Elizabeth Grantham. She is a founder of a nonprofit at 8 years old called Beads of Good and the co-author of a children's book called Girl Chronicles.
That's right. We say we share, you share, we'll grow together. So Braden, what was one of your favorite parts?
My favorite part is when Elizabeth really expanded upon the fact that she said that her story isn't unique, but the fact that she pursued it was, and kind of telling the viewers that, hey, you can do your dreams and your passions if you pursue them.
Our story isn't unique. It's just that we had these opportunities and decided to believe in the dreams that we had, that we were able to do it. It's not unique. It's for every girl and for every boy. Every student that sees a problem and has a solution can do something about it. But I think the biggest
is truly inspiring. My favorite part was when we asked her what her next big dream is, and here's what she said.
But I think the biggest, a theoretical dream right now for me, as I've pursued business and have found it to be a really useful tool for helping people. I would love to create more entrepreneurship programs within our work in Kenya so that girls could take out their own microloans and create their own companies and businesses. And I don't know what that looks like yet, but that would be something I'd be interested in doing eventually, adding that to our program. And so, yeah, that's like the big dream.
That is awesome. A big dreamer dreaming even more. So let us know in the comment box below, and feel free to share your favorite part from Monday's interview, and let us know if there's any future guests you'd like to feature on Link with Loveworks. I think that brings us, speaking of features, to my favorite segment on Hope Around the World, where we feature stories of people getting creative and spreading hope during these difficult times.
Yes, this first story is really warming my heart. Foster parent Kimberly Winkle, who lives in Arkansas, has been a foster parent for a 2-year-old boy. When they heard he was being put up for adoption, the family decided to take action by trying to become his adoptive parents, but soon delayed because all the court hearings could not go on. So the court let them become official parents over a Zoom call.
That is just so heartwarming. So, hey, all you cool cats and kittens, you just saw some exotic animals with our friend Rio. And so let's see if we got any questions.
No, it doesn't look like it. So I've got one for you. Well, first of all, your job is the coolest thing ever. I would work with animals all day. So how did you get into animals and exotic animal caretaking?
Hey, so I have been volunteering with these guys since I was really young. And since I was like probably 5, I've wanted to work with animals. So I did a bunch of research and I found out about the company I work for now called Extreme Animals. And I started volunteering, and I volunteered for years, and I put in hard work, and they saw that I wanted it and I wanted to work. So now I've been working for Extreme Animals for a year and a half, taking care of these little guys.
That is just so awesome. And so you're living some of our viewers' dreams right now. So do you have any big dreams when it comes to animals?
I have a lot of dreams when it comes to animals. As far as big dreams, when I'm older, I really would love to have my own rescue one day. Maybe a place people could come visit, because I do love educating people about animals, because that is my whole life. So I would like to have a rescue of my own one day.
So this question is bound to happen. What's your favorite animal?
Okay, I get this a lot. It's really hard for me to say a specific animal. I love primates, and primates are monkeys, lemurs, chimpanzees, that kind of category. I really love monkeys. They're my favorite.
That is just awesome. They're so intelligent. I love them as well. So thank you, Rio, for joining us today. So Lydia, do you have our next story for us?
Yes, I do. This sharpshooter 11-year-old Alexander is a basketball maniac. He loves playing, and now he's playing for a good cause. He's looking to see how many three-pointers he can make in a minute, and he gets $10 a shot to help Sacramento Food Bank in California. Check out this clip.
Just a fun game, takes my mind off of stuff. I'm the fastest kid on my team, and I'm a really good shooter. I'm a sharpshooter.
That is just awesome. I would be lucky if I could make 1 3-pointer. So saying that is really, really cool. Our last guest is April Heipel, the director of Food and Shelter, a local shelter in Norman, Oklahoma that is supported and sustained by volunteers, community givers, and loving donors who believe all people deserve a home and meals to eat.
Hey, April, thanks for joining us this evening.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So we know Food and Shelter has been busier than ever with the pandemic that's been going on. So would you be able to give us just a little bit about how the pandemic has impacted Food and Shelter?
Sure. So for decades now, we've been focused on making sure every person in our town has access to food and safe, stable housing, where most people in our community have been going on their lives doing that by themselves for many years now. And then in a blink of an eye, they went from having everything they needed to having not enough resources to buy food or to maintain their home. And so we've been responding to thousands upon thousands of new people who, because of the COVID virus, had lost their job and didn't have access to food. So we've been feeding more people. We've been distributing food boxes. Our food pantry's been extra busy. We've even had volunteers driving to people's houses and delivering food to them so that they didn't have to get out themselves. So on top of doing all of this extra work and seeing hundreds and hundreds of more people show up asking for help, we also had to reduce down our volunteers because just like everyone else, we wanted to keep people home, sheltering in place. And so we've been doing a lot more work with a smaller group of people. And that has been kind of quite the challenge for sure.
Yeah, so we have a little bit of some viewers and families listening right now. So what can those viewers and students do right now to help you?
So you guys are already doing some amazing things. Loveworks are always ahead of the curve on making sure they engage in the community. So doing a food drive, for instance, just contributing food to our food pantry is one of the very important things that you guys can do to help us. And it's anything you might eat at your home, cereal, boxes of cereal, juice, milk, eggs. Anything you might feed your family is good for us. And so we want to make sure people get that food and never have to ask themselves, where am I going to get my next meal? On top of that, I mean, there will be a time again where people can come in and volunteer. So if people want to come in and make sure that our food pantry is stocked and our shelves are organized, then we can definitely use your help. I just want to say hi to Sky, one of your good friends. Sky's been coming to Food and Shelter every day, doing amazing volunteer work. And I know she's watching, so I just want to make sure I say hi to her.
Wow, I love that. Do you have any big dreams for Food and Shelter or for you personally?
Well, my big dream is to go on a vacation someday, but we'll see about that. For Food and Shelter, so my vision for our community as a whole is that every person has a bed they sleep in at night, so that no one is sleeping outside when it rains or when it's cold, or no one is forced to stay outside when it's 100 degrees outside. So my big vision is that Food and Shelter can continue building more of our tiny houses so that we can house more people and get every person off of the streets of Norman.
That is just so awesome to hear. So we'd love asking this question to your guests. What life advice would you give to your middle school or high school self?
Gosh, that's a really great question. So, like every middle school and high school person, I was like so emotional and I took everything so personally and seriously. And I remember being a young person and seeing injustice in the world and feeling like I had absolutely no ability to do anything about it. But I think that each and every one of us, even as middle schoolers, even as high schoolers, have the ability to make a difference, to create justice in the world around us, to be a part of making the world better for everybody else. So I think I would tell myself to just find small ways you can create justice in your community so that the world around you is a better place.
Yes, I love that advice. I will definitely take it. Thank you, April, for joining us today. It was so awesome.
Yeah, April, we hope that both of your dreams come true. One being your vacation, but also just so that we can eliminate homelessness in Norman. And I believe that our community definitely can do that. And I love what you say, like our middle school students can be a part of that as well. And just making sure that we have like justice in our community. So she also mentioned our viewers out there, she mentioned a food drive. And so Loveworks is doing and partnering with the food and shelter to do a drive-through style food drive. And so it's on June 6th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And all you have to do is load up your trunk with food that your family would eat, canned goods, non-perishable items, and you can just drive to the Loveworks Center and we'll unload it for you. And so all you have to do is pop your trunk open. The Loveworks Garden is also going to be open during this time from 11 to 2 on that Saturday. And it's going to be open to anyone that wants to come and harvest the freshest vegetables I think that you can find in Norman. And so we're really excited about this event that's going to come up. And we hope that you can join in as well.
Yeah, it'd be awesome if you could help out. Also, tell us how you've been spreading hope in the comment box below. We'll feature you or someone you know as a hope hero around the world.
If you're looking for any more positive content like our blog, our podcast, or even some summer camps, you can find all of our digital learning opportunities at loveworksleadership.org.
And remember to mark your calendars for a Link with Loveworks on Mondays on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Instagram for a full episode interviewing another dreamer doer at 9 a.m. And we're so thrilled to announce that Brent Wheelbarger will be our next guest on Link with Loveworks on Monday. Brent is a co-founder of Urbis Labs, a tech startup developing virtual reality therapy tools for children with cerebral palsy. In addition, Brent is involved in a collaboration between Trifecta Communications and Loveworks Leadership that has resulted in a brand new startup called Riskworld that I may or may not be part of. And we also get to meet a new friend of Loveworks. Her name is Morgan from Madison, Wisconsin. And through her virtual lemonade stand, she has raised over $44,000. That is just wow.
Yes, and a big thank you to Rio and April for joining us. If I could give you a hug through the screen, I would. And definitely that baby kangaroo. And remember, everyone, real leaders don't blend in. They stand out.
Dream big.
And do your dream.